Hi, I'm Tealish and you're watching Coffee and Clix. Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 modern figures that are in the pulp format. Don't forget, this is just my opinion. It is not by any means fact. A lot of people are getting really excited for the pulp format. I'm really excited about it. I just recently participated in a pulp tournament and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. For those of you who don't know what the pulp format is, only common, uncommon, and rare game elements are allowed. Every character is considered to be unique, and there are no non-figure game elements allowed. So you're not allowed to play equipment, you're not allowed to play team-up cards, you're not allowed to use tarot cards or anything like that. Only figures. You're only allowed to use figures. They have to be common, uncommon, or rare. And everybody is considered unique, so you can't play duplicates of the same set number for a figure. I mean, you could have two figures with the same name, but they can't have the same set number. So it's a really fun format. I encourage everybody to go play it. The WizKids World Championship is coming up in September, and they do have a pulp championship, a pulp world champion. Will be crowned in September. I think that pulp championship is on Thursday of that weekend. You can go check out WizKids HeroClix on Facebook or on Instagram, and they have information about the WizKids World Championship. Or you could check out my Coffee and Clix Facebook group, and the WizKids information is pinned in the featured articles, so you can check that out. But yeah, go look into pulp. Definitely, if you haven't played any pulp games yet or pulp tournaments, pulp events, I definitely suggest that you go try them. And without further ado, we're going to be taking a look at our top 10 figures, in my opinion, for pulp in modern right now. So let's take a look. And by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I really appreciate it. So for the first figure we're going to look at, coming in at number 10, is Mr. Sinister. He's set number 30 from the X of Swords OP set. He's got the Hellions, Marauders, Quiet Council, X-Men, Scientist keywords. His real name is Nathaniel Essex. He has a trait, Rally 1. So those are for friendly rallies because it's blue. So that means whenever you roll a 1, he has plasticity, and then once per turn, you may remove one of Mr. Sinister's rally dice to replace a die in an opposing attack roll with it. He's really he pairs up really well with Moira McTaggart, who puts rally dice onto friendly figures. So you can load him up with rally dice, and then you can make your opponent miss constantly. That's why I like him. He's a good combo figure. He also has a damage power, make no mistake, I'm in charge, leadership, and outwit, shape change. When Mr. Sinister uses shape change and succeeds, he can't be attacked this turn. Okay, most people are going to play him at 45 points here with that damage power, but you're really playing him for the trait, for the rally trait, and that's map wide, so he doesn't need line of fire to make you put a 1 in one of your attack rolls. He doesn't even need range or line of fire. It's just map wide. It's global. So that Mr. Sinister is really cool. He's going to come in at number 10. Okay, so at number 9, we're going to look at another figure. This is Falcon from Avengers 60th Anniversary. Set number 30. He's got the Avengers and Soldier keywords. Real name, Samuel Thomas Sam Wilson. He has a trait, Aerial Extraction. Move. After resolutions, you may choose a friendly standard character that shares a keyword with Falcon that he moved through during this action. If you do, place that character adjacent to him. And he has another speed power. He has a speed power, Fly by Punch. Charge. When Falcon uses it after resolutions, you may roll a d6 and move him a number of squares up to half the result. And then he has a defense power, energy, shield deflection, and toughness. Okay, he starts with close combat expert. He has improved movement characters. He's 50 points. But I mean, if you think about it, he can move through a character. He can carry a character because he's flying, and then he can move through another character of your friendly character on your team, and he can move full 8 squares and then place them adjacent to him. And once they get placed, they can still do something because they haven't been carried. So you can carry one figure and place another figure, just with one move action. So it's like it's even like better than TK because like he can move through 8 squares and then just place a character adjacent to him. So that's what you're really using Falcon for on this team. I mean, he can also hit for 12 for 3, sometimes 13 for 3 because he's got the Avengers team ability. So he can boost his attack by +1 against certain other team abilities. So that Falcon, he can hit pretty hard, but he's really there for the movement ability, that aerial extraction trait, where he can place another figure. He works in tandem with a lot of the other really good attackers on this list. So that's Falcon. That's going to be number 9 on this list. Let's take a look at number 8. So number 8 is going to be Doctor Strange from Avengers Forever. Set number 22. He's an uncommon. He's got the Avengers, Defenders, Illuminati, and Mystical keywords. He has the Defenders and Mystics team abilities. Real name Stephen Strange. He has a trait, bring in help from the multiverse. Leadership. When Doctor Strange uses it and succeeds, you may instead generate an Avengers Forever Astral Doctor Strange on click number 1. If a 6 was rolled, you may instead generate an Avengers Forever set number 13 Wong on click number 1. If there isn't a friendly Avengers Forever set number 13 Wong on the map. So he can generate those outside the game. So that gets around the whole unique rule in the pulp format. So you can have more than one Astral Doctor Strange generated because it's not on your starting force. You don't have to put the Astral Doctor Stranges on your build sheet because they're generated from outside the game. So they don't have to be unique. But that's really, I mean, he's good because he's got that leadership and he can generate figures, and that the Astral Doctor Stranges have enhancement. So they're pretty good. But if you look at his attack power, he has an attack power, Cloak of Levitation, Telekinesis, and Telekinesis as free, but only to target himself. And with the new rules now, he can TK himself and then TK something else. So you can use that in a lot of tricky different ways, where he can use Telekinesis, having the leadership, having Perplex on top click. He has Perplex, he has leadership, and he has Telekinesis, and a lot of mobility. He's just very good. Not to mention he has 11 attack for 3 damage. So he can, you can use him as a tertiary attacker, and his defense power says energy, shield deflection, and super senses. So he's not, he's only got 4 clicks, but first of all, if you're hitting him, you're taking mystics, and he has that super senses, so he has a potential rollout. Okay, so I really like this Doctor Strange. He comes in at number 8, set number 22 from Avengers Forever. Let's take a look at number 7. So coming in at number 7 is Manifold. He is from he's also from the X of Swords OP set, the same set that Mr. Sinister came from. He's set number 27. He's a rare. He has the team player and shield team abilities. He's got the AIM, Avengers, Sword, Wakanda, and X-Men keywords. Real name Eden Fessy. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. He has a trait, folding space around you. Passenger 2, phasing teleport, and stealth. When Manifold uses phasing teleport, after resolutions, you may choose a character whose square he moved through, that character can't use improved abilities until your next turn. That's a really great power. There are a lot of, that's improved targeting or improved movement. So he could just move through someone and take away their improved targeting or their improved movement. That can be very useful in Pulp. There are a lot of figures that have those abilities that you might want to take them away. Also, he can act as a taxi because he can carry 2. He's got that facing teleport. And if you look at his defense power, his special defense power, positional awareness, combat reflexes, willpower, and adjacent friendly characters can use combat reflexes. That is a really potent ability to give your friendly characters combat reflexes, especially in a game that is very, with the 2x2 maps, there's more and more focus on close combat nowadays. So, and I would play him either at 75 or 30. I think both dials are really good. At 75, you're getting the 12 speed with the flying, and you can charge for 12. He's got 11 attack with blades. He's got the 18 defense with combat reflexes and willpower. He's got 3 damage with prob. And, prob is a great power to have, obviously. It's one of the best powers in the game. At 30 points, you're getting a lot of value because he's only 30 points, and you're still getting that special defense power. You're losing the prob, but you have close combat expert, so he's still hitting for 11 for 3 at close range, and you still have that blades, claws, fangs that you can use. So, and he can still be a taxi. So he's good at either point value. He also has the shield team ability, so he can bump up somebody's range. He can bump up somebody's damage during a range attack. He can copy a team ability with his team player team ability, so he can copy potentially Green Lantern team ability, or he could copy Avengers team ability, anything you want. Okay, so that's I really like Manifold. He comes in at number 7. Let's take a look at number 6. So at number 6, we have Hulk, number 37A, from Avengers 60th Anniversary. Hulk has the Avengers team ability and the Defenders team ability. He has the Avengers, Defenders, and Brute keywords. Real name, Bruce Banner. So just, if you don't know what the Avengers team ability does, here we go. I put it up on the screen. For all characters with this team ability, at the beginning of the game, choose a team ability. This character modifies attack +1 when attacking one or more characters with the chosen team ability printed on their base. You have to pick that at the beginning of the game, but then you can copy it with other characters that have team player. So that's really important. Also, here's the Defender's team ability. When this character is attacked, you may replace this defense value with the printed defense value of an adjacent friendly character that can use this team ability. Okay, so those are Hulk's team abilities. He has a trait, Path of Destruction. And it's been errata, but this is the new trait that he has. When Hulk is given an action after resolutions, if he destroyed a piece of terrain during that action, heal him 1 click. If a terrain marker was destroyed during that action, roll a d6 and heal him half the result instead. So he has a lot of potential for healing, especially since he moves through blocking. Okay, he has an improved movement blocking. He has another trait, Gamma Powered. Willpower, Hulk's defense powers have protected outwit. And for 100 points, this guy, he's got a really long dial. He's just a hard hitter. I mean, obviously it's Hulk, so he's going to hit hard. Low speed values to begin with. He gets larger speed values towards the end of his dial. He starts with 6 speed and charge, so he can charge for 3 squares. But he's got 12 attack with close combat expert, so that makes it a 13. And with the Avengers team ability, that's a potential 14 attack for 4 + 1, 5 damage because of the close combat expert. So potentially a 14 for 5. And even if he's hitting with an object in his hand or with a piece of terrain marker in his hand, it could be 14 for 6. And then he's got 18 defense with an invincible, which is protected outwit. You want to just get him right in there, right into right into the close combat and make your opponent deal with him. And then have that frees up your other figures to do whatever they want because they have to deal with Hulk first. He works really well in tandem with Falcon, who can kind of like place him across the board, and then he can do something. So this Hulk is really good. I really like him. I have him at number 6. Okay. Let's take a look at number 5. So now we're getting into our top 5. So these are going to be, and you know, I have seen a lot of these figures played, just in general in the pulp tournaments and a lot of the pulp builds. And we're using HC Units right now. HC Units is a great website to look up your figures and cards and stuff, and all the stats and information. So they do also, HC Units also lists tournament builds. So you can look at other people's builds in the different various pulp tournaments if you're interested in the pulp format. So let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 is Red Widow, set number 36 from Avengers Forever. She has the Winter Guard, Assassin, Soldier, and Spy keywords. Real name unknown. She has a trait, Unfettered Assassin. Blades, Claws, Fangs, once per turn. When Red Widow uses it and a 1 or 2 is rolled, after resolutions, she may use a close attack. She may make a close attack. You know, if she has a dud on her Blades, Claws, Fangs, she can just make another attack. That's great. And she has her speed power through her whole dial is Charge, Flurry, and Stealth. So she gets 2 chances at that Blades, Claws, Fangs, and if let's say she rolls a 1 or a 2 on one of the Blades, Claws, Fangs, then she can make another attack using Blades, Claws, Fangs. She has Exploit Weakness also, so that all of that Blades, Claws, Fangs that she's hitting with is all penetrating. She moves through characters. She's got improved movement characters. She's got a really good speed value of 10. She has stealth and combat reflexes, which is a great combo. 12 attack to start with. Really great combat values. She's only 45 points. She doesn't really have the best keywords if you want to make a theme team, but you know, you don't have to always stick to theme. You know, she goes really good on non-theme teams as well. So Red Widow, really good figure to come in at number 5. Set number 36 from Avengers Forever. She's a rare. Let's take a look at number 4. Okay, at number 4, I have Blue Marvel from Avengers Forever. He's set number 31. He's also a rare from Avengers Forever. He has the Cosmic Energy team ability. So he has Cosmic Energy used to be Power Cosmic. Now it's called Cosmic Energy. Well, it used to be Power Cosmic and Quintessence, depending on if you were looking at Marvel or DC. Now it's just called Cosmic Energy. Willpower. This character has Safeguard, Outwit, Uncopyable. Okay, so you can't outwit anything on Blue Marvel. He has a trait, Force Blast and Pulse Wave. When Blue Marvel is targeted by a range attack after resolutions, heal him 1 click and remove an action token from him. Okay, that goes really well in tandem with his stop clicks, because he has stop clicks. He has 2 stop clicks at the 150 point line. If you're playing him at 50 points, he has 1 stop click. But you know, if you're range attacking him and he goes to a stop click after resolutions, he's going to heal 1 click. So he'll heal right off that stop click. He also has his stop click says stop, invulnerability, regeneration, and super senses. So I think this Blue Marvel's really good. I played him at 50 points just to get the outwit that's unoutwittable, because it's protected outwit, because his whole dial is Safeguard, Outwit. I mean, the strategy against him, if they're playing him at 50 and he's running around outwitting things, is that you just hit him off of that first click, and then he becomes a charge piece instead of an outwitter. But still, he's still really good because he can running shot. He has 18 defense with impervious. He's got that outwit. He's got 11 attack. He's got 2 targets, 6 range with 2 targets. So he can be another tertiary attacker or maybe secondary attacker even. I like him at 50 points. 150 points, he's very good too. But in this pulp format, I mean, I would be inclined, if I was playing him at 150 points, I would be inclined to equip him. But in the pulp format, you cannot use equipment. So I think he's better in this pulp format as a 50-point support figure that can also be tough to KO. So that's why I like Blue Marvel. He comes in at number 4. Number 3 is going to be, and now we're getting into like the really, really good pulp figures. I think a lot of people know this one. Party Thor from the Disney Plus set. The Disney Plus has been around for a while. Party Thor comes in at set number 30. He's set number 30. He's a rare. He comes in at 50 points. He's got the Asgardian, Avengers, Celebrity, and Deity keywords. Real name Thor Odinson. He has a trait, prepare yourselves for the party prince, huzzah. Willpower, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. When Party Thor uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, you may heal him 1 click. So he's got healing, 50% chance of healing, and of removing an action token from himself. So he can pretty much keep going almost every turn. Well, 50% chance because of that willpower. He has an attack power. So he's got 6 range. He's got 8 speed with running shot. He's a flyer. He's got 18 defense with invincible. He's got 2 damage with shape change. So that invincible and the shape change are really good together because, you know, if you're going to outwit the shape change, then you're not outwitting the invincible. So you kind of have to choose which one you're outwitting in order to try to defeat Party Thor. And he's got a pretty long dial for 50 points. He's got 6 clicks. And his attack power, coupled with his running shot, is Pulse Wave. When Party Thor uses it after resolutions, you may give all hit characters an action token. So that's really strong because he's got 12 attack. So he's probably hitting with that Pulse Wave, and he's probably giving everybody an action token. That really just ties up your opponent. You can, tokening up your opponent, especially early in the game, really messes with your opponent. And this Party Thor can be a real nuisance. And he's hard to KO. He's deceptively hard to KO. So, he's only a 50-point expenditure on your team, so he will make your team really good. So I really like this Party Thor. He comes in at number 3. Okay. So number 2. Is going to be Karima from the House of X set. This is an older one, but she's still modern legal as of right now. Okay. Karima is set number 46. She's a rare. She's from House of X. She's from the House of X set. Sentinel, X-Men, Detective, and Robot keywords. Real name, Karima Shabandar. She has a trait, Tailored Bioblast. When Karima hit targets can't use stop this turn. And you may choose a standard attack power. She can use that power until she chooses again. So as soon as you hit, she can use, you can choose like Pensai or something like that. And she can use that with her attack that she made. Because, well, it depends on what power you pick. I mean, you can't pick Energy Explosion and then use that, but you can use Pensai. Basically, when she hits, she can choose that attack power, and she's able to use it until she chooses again. But really key here is that hit targets can't use stop. And there are a number of figures like that Blue Marvel that we looked at that have stop clicks, and she would slice right through those stop clicks. She'd be able to hit them past their stop click and just KO them because they can't use stop clicks. She also has traded energy shield deflection. And if you look at her stats, she has improved targeting, elevated, hindering, and characters. And she's got 7 range with 2 targets. She's a flyer, and she has 10 speed on her first click. So she can running shot 5 squares and then shoot for 7. And on these 2x2 maps that are becoming more and more prevalent, she's a beast. She's a real beast. She's 75 points. That is a lot of points for her dial, because her defense values are kind of low. She does only have 6 clicks, and you can see her defense values get lower and lower towards the end. But she's definitely a cannon. She's got 10 speed, 11 attack with precision strike, 18 defense with invulnerability, and 3 damage. So, and she could shoot through all those things: elevated, hindering, and characters. So she's really good. I mean, especially, you know, if you're able to get a TK with her or something like that. She's definitely tough to deal with. And there are a lot of other figures on this list that have stop clicks. Okay, so she's going to come in at number 2. Set number 46, the rare from House of X. And also she's got the detective keyword. I really like the detective keyword, and I think that has some potential coming up. Anyway, so we're about to look at number 1 on the list. But first we're going to look at some honorable mentions. So let's take a look at some honorable mentions. First honorable mention is going to be Kazar. Kazar is set number 37 from Avengers Forever. He's got the team ability, the team player team ability. He has Savage Land, Wakanda, Animal, Mystical, and Ruler and Warrior keywords. Real name Kevin Plunder. One with the Savage Land. At the beginning of the game, generate a Zabu bystander. When Kazar is given a move action after resolutions, you may move another friendly character with a shared keyword or a friendly Zabu bystander up to half its speed value. So giving characters free movement is always good. Very similar to that Falcon that we looked at. But this one, you have to share a keyword. So this Kazar would probably be better on a theme team, or maybe a team where a couple of other figures that you're planning on using have mystical keyword or animal keyword or a keyword that's shared with Kazar. So you want to make sure you have at least one figure that shares a keyword with Kazar. He's got a speed power, charge, leap, climb, and stealth. He's got Blades, Claws, Fangs. He's got combat reflexes. He's got his damage power is leadership. When Kazar uses it and succeeds after resolutions, choose 1. Generate a Zabu bystander, max 1, or move a friendly Zabu bystander up to half its speed value. So I think Kazar is really interesting. He comes in as an honorable mention. Okay, let's take a look at another honorable mention. This is also from the Disney Plus set where we looked at Party Thor. This is Wanda Maximoff. She is set number 22. She's an uncommon. She has the Avengers, Celebrity, and Mystical keywords. She has the Mystics team ability, real name Wanda Maximoff. This is the spooktacular version where she's dressed up in her Halloween costume. Her trait is all new Halloween spooktacular. Shape change. When Wanda Maximoff uses it and succeeds, heal her 1 click. Then she has a stop click, which is called Please Stand By. That's her stop click on her last click of her dial. Click 6. She has traded shape change, and she has healing from the shape change. So even if you get her to that stop click, she has a potential to heal off her stop click if she hits shape change. And then her damage power is Billy, I need you to focus. Probability control. When Wanda Maximoff uses it to reroll a friendly attack roll. If the attack hits after resolutions, remove an action token from the attacker. So having prob is great. She has mind control, and she has 19 defense with defend, which is really good. That's mainly why you're playing her, is for the prob and the defend. But the mind control is just icing on the cake. 19 defend is great, especially for 45 points, and having that prob there as well. So even if they are attacking your character that has 19 defense shared with her, and let's say they happen to hit, you might be able to prob it with Wanda. Okay, so that's really good. I like her as an honorable mention. She's very strong. She's a very strong character. The last one I have is similar. Is in a similar vein with the defending. This is the Watcher, set number 101B. He is legal in Pulp because you can play starter sets in Pulp as long as they have the same set symbol as the regular set, as long as they don't have a different set symbol. So this Watcher is considered part of the Disney Plus set. So he's 101B. Cosmic Herald keywords. He's got the Mystics team ability. Real name Uatu. He has a trait, I am the Watcher. The Watcher's lines of fire are never blocked. At the beginning of your turn, you may turn the Watcher's dial to any click. So he has 8 range. Lines of fire are never blocked to him, so he can TK through other characters because he has TK if you choose to start him on click 1. And he has Outwit, so he can outwit through characters, through blocking, through anything. His lines of fire are never blocked. Or if you choose a click of his, because at the beginning of your turn, you choose to turn him to any click on the dial. So you could choose Perplex, you could choose Outwit, and you could also choose, if you notice at the end of towards the end of his dial, his defense numbers get increasingly higher, and at his last click even has a 20 defend. Which is crazy. So I mean, if you could put him on click 5 or click 6 and get a 19 or 20 defend with him, and have him defending all your other characters with a really high defense value. He's only 40 points. So I think that Watcher is great. You can use the TK. He's a great support piece. TK, Perplex, Outwit, and the defend makes him really strong. Okay. And by the way, I'm going to link in the description of this video. If you look at the description below, I'm going to link in the description of this video the Pulp clarifications, so you can see all of the rules of Pulp if you're interested in the format. I mean, in case I got anything wrong in this video, or if you have any other figures in the Pulp format that you think I missed or you think I forgot about, you can post them in the comments with different figures from Pulp, or if I maybe misspoke about anything about the Pulp format, you can post it in the comments below. So thanks a lot for watching, and let's take a look at number 1. So the number 1 on this list is going to be Deathstroke, set number 34 from the Batman team up set. He's a rare. He has the Injustice League and team player team abilities. So he can copy a team ability with that team player team ability. He has Hive, Injustice League, Assassin, Celebrity, Martial Artist, and Soldier keywords. Real name Slade Wilson. He has a trait, the Deutronium Crystal, the Perfect Plot Device. When establishing theme teams, you may choose up to 2 characters on your starting force with the Justice League or Teen Titans keywords that are each less than or equal to Deathstroke's point value. The chosen characters gain Deathstroke's keywords. Okay, so a little bit of keyword cheating there. Then he has an attack power, Sonic Burst Katanas. And this is really his strongest. The strongest part of this character is his attack power. Sonic Burst Katanas, Blaze Claw's Fangs, and Knockback, and Pulse Wave. When Deathstroke uses Pulse Wave and hits 2 or more opposing characters, you may instead roll a d6 and divide the damage equal to the result among all hit characters. So as long as you hit 2 or more opposing characters, you really have to make sure that you hit 2 or more. If you hit 2 or more opposing characters, then you could roll that d6 and divide the damage. Now, it kind of stinks when you roll a 1 with that Pulse Wave, and then you're only dealing 1 damage. But on the other hand, if you roll a 6, or you roll at least, if you're rolling a 2 or more, you're getting your kind of like your bang for your buck there. You're getting good value even if you roll a 2 or more on that pulse wave. You roll a 6, that's great. I mean, you could deal 6 damage to one figure with the pulse wave and potentially KO them. Or you could deal 6 damage. You could divide it any way you choose. You could deal 4 damage to a figure and then 2 damage to another figure. So you really want to roll high on that Sonic Burst Katana's pulse wave roll. After that, any characters that he damaged, you can choose to knock them back and reposition your opponent's team. It's really strong. It's really strong, and he moves through characters, so potentially getting the angle for that pulse wave, getting positioning is pretty easy with Deathstroke. It's hard to tie him up because he has the improved movement characters. And then he has a bunch of stop clicks, right? His stop clicks are, I think you and I are destined to do this forever: stop, mastermind, toughness, and regeneration. When Deathstroke uses mastermind, he considers friendly characters within 4 squares as adjacent. So that Doctor Strange that we're looking at that produces astral Doctor Stranges. He produces those 15-point figures. He generates them. So if you're generating, anytime you're generating smaller figures, Deathstroke can use that mastermind on his stop click. It works pretty well together, those two things. Or if you're playing like Mary Jane Watson, who makes paparazzi bystanders, Deathstroke can mastermind to them. And they only have to be within 4 squares. You don't even need line of fire. It just has to be within 4 squares. And he considers them as adjacent when he's masterminding. And that's a stop click, so you can't outwit his mastermind. A lot of people play, you could play him, he's good at 150, 100, or 50 points. He's good at all point values. He could potentially copy Spider-Man team ability or Wonder Woman team ability to make his super senses even better. Or he could copy the Avengers team ability to boost his attack value, especially on those pulse waves, because when he's using pulse wave, you only have to be targeting one figure that has the team ability chosen from Avengers team ability. So he could potentially copy that. You could do a lot of things with him. Karima is a good counter to him because she ignores stop clicks. You can't use stop clicks when she hits. So Karima is a good counter to Deathstroke. Also, another good way to deal with Deathstroke is outwitting his attack power, outwitting his Sonic Burst Katana's power, so that he can't pulse wave. But he's still good. He's still a great figure. I definitely think he's worthy of being number 1, and he's been showing up on a lot of top teams in Pulp in the recent tournaments that have been played. So that's going to be it. I think we have. I'll just list off the figures again that I named as my top 10 for Pulp. Starting with number 10, Mr. Sinister from X-Men X of Swords OP. And number 9, Falcon from Avengers 60th. Number 8 was Doctor Strange from Avengers Forever. Number 7 was Manifold from X-Men X of Swords OP. Number 6 was Hulk, number 37A from Avengers 60. That was number 6. Number 5 is Red Widow from Avengers Forever. Number 4 is Blue Marvel from Avengers Forever. Number 3 is Party Thor from Disney Plus. Number 2 is Karima from House of X. We had some honorable mentions: The Watcher, Wanda Maximoff, and Kazar. And then number 1 was Deathstroke from Batman Team Up. And so those are my top 10 figures with some honorable mentions in Modern for the Pulp format. Don't forget that this is just my opinion. It's not by any means factual, but hopefully it helped some people that are interested in the Pulp format. And I will link below the more information about the Pulp HeroClix format. And thanks for watching. Don't forget, Wake up and smell the Clix.